Yes, people, big up to everyone. Japan just missed 2 penalties. Let's see what's going to happen. Big up to everyone that everyone's watching this. Please smash the like. Croatia's 2-0 up after 1-0 extra time and penalties. Vamos, Croatia! It's been a good game, by the way. It's actually been a good game. Yes, 2-0. Looks like Croatia will be qualified for the quarterfinal. 2-0 up. Penalty shootout. Let's do this, baby. Japan just missed 2 penalties. Their first 2 penalty shootout Japan have missed. Got to love penalties. Yes, definitely. 100%, my man. 100%. Let's see what's going to happen. They're going to miss again? Nah, 2-1. Japan just scored 2-1. Come on. It's been a good game. I think, the draw was a fair result. It was a good game to watch. Japan missed their first 2 penalties. So if Croatia score now and Japan miss, that's it. Croatia is through. Big up to everyone that is watching this. Please, people, make sure you smash the like, and I really appreciate the support. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Oh, Croatia just missed. Still 2-1 for Croatia. Whoa, hit the post. So, Croatia just missed. Still 2-1 for Croatia. So Japan have already missed 2 penalties and Croatia has missed 1. Japan miss again. Japan just miss again. There's no way Japan's going to make it through. There's no chance Japan's going to make it through. There's no way Japan is going to make it through. There's no way Japan is going to make it through. Japan have missed 3 out of 4 penalties already. If Croatia score now, that's it. It's over. That's it. Finish. Over. Croatia's through. Croatia's through. 3-1 after the penalty shootout. Croatia's through. Croatia is through. 3-1 after the penalty shootout, people. Big up to everyone that is watching this. Croatia is through. Let me just change the title of my stream. Let me just change the title of my stream. Big up to everyone. Yes, people. Croatia is through. That's it. Japan's dream is finally over. 3-1 after penalty shootout. Big up to everyone that is watching this. And let me just change my picture as well. Big up to Croatia. Great game of football. Definitely the first game in the run of 16 to go to extra time. Croatia beat Japan 3-1. Big up to all the Croatian fans, everyone is live stream. And Brian says, great channel. Really appreciate the support, my man. And says, Japan to go through, I think, is over, my man. Croatia did it. 3-1 after penalty shootout. Like I said, Japan missed 3 penalties. They missed their first 2 penalty shootout, and then pretty much was over. It was hard to come back after missing that many penalties. But yeah, big up to everyone that is watching this. Really appreciate support as always. Make sure you smash the like, and if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, because I'm just here on a rush trying to change the picture for this video as Croatia beat Japan after penalties, they beat them 3-1. I will go through in a live chat in a second. Just let me quickly change this right now. Big up to all the Croatia, and yeah, Croatia did it. They love going on extra times. You know, the amount of extra time that Croatia has gone. I think last World Cup they went to what, 3 extra times, I think. I'm gonna go through that in a minute, and just let me quickly change this. Yes, save, should be fine right now. And yeah, big up to everyone that is watching. And let me see what Brian says in here. Brian says, how bad was them Japanese penalties? Really bad, and slow as well. But like I said, overall was a good game to watch. First half, you know, it wasn't many chance that, you know, both had probably one good chance each. Then second half, you know, what a header from Perisic. What a finish that was. I thought, you know, the keeper might should have done it better, but don't get me wrong, it was a great header. And then when the game comes to around what, 80 minutes, 77, 75 minutes, everyone was already basically begging for extra time. Then extra time was just full of waste. Few chances, but we knew they want to take the game to penalties. But I've got 9 people watching me right now. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I really appreciate the support. And Gabby Van, big up to you, my brother, says very nice game. Yeah, it was tactic, was a good game to watch, definitely. I thought it was very good. I do rate Japan. I think Japan has been one of the best teams in this World Cup. Unfortunately, when it goes to penalties, you know, anything can happen. This penalties is like a lottery, you know, anything can happen. And Japan clearly didn't take their penalties. All right, they missed 3, Croatia missed 1. Croatia at the end won 3-1 on penalties. But when you look at the Japan penalty shootout, I mean, you can't have that attitude to take that kind of penalties, right? You play in a World Cup. You know, I knew they was going to miss. The first 2 they missed, always the last 2 that Japan missed, I was like, he's going to miss it. Do you know what? Because I knew the way the player got a ball, walking into the ball, I knew he's going to miss. You should not have that kind of attitude to take a penalty shootout. But look, is what it is. At the end of the day, there's only one winner. Fair play to Japan, did amazing. Finished top of the group with Spain and Germany. They knocked out Germany. I mean, that was an amazing achievement for them. It would be nice to see them. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see them to reach the quarterfinal. Probably they will be facing Brazil. Let's see if we might have a surprise tonight. But yeah, it was a good game to watch. Don't get me wrong, very good. But like I said, you know, Minamino and Mintuma penalties were shocking. Even the last one when Izida went to take the penalty, I mean, that was shocking. The way they walked to the ball was absolutely shocking. And yes, big up to everyone that is watching. I've got 70 people watching me right now. Really appreciate the support as always. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm just trying to quickly change something in here. So I've got the title of the video in here quickly for you guys. And yeah, look, Croatia did it again. Another game. I will go through with Croatia because I think Croatia in the last World Cup, if I'm not wrong, they went to extra time against England, they went extra time against Denmark, and I think Croatia also went extra time against Russia. That was in the World Cup in 2018. But to double check that, I'm just going to go through right now. I'm going to share my screen in a minute with you guys. And let me just quickly just change the title, the final result as well for this. As you can see in here, that's better. That is much better. Big up to everyone that is watching. Let me from Hamburg, big up to you, my man. He's saying hi, everyone. Really appreciate the support. And yeah, like I said, overall it was a good game to watch. This game could have gone even way, right? I think Japan had their chances, Croatia have had their chances, And but then, like I said, when around 75 minutes, 80 minutes, everyone was just begging to go extra time, and then extra time. Both had, Japan had a good chance, Croatia had a good chance, but then you clearly could tell, even the way that some of the subs that was made was clearly to go on penalties. But unfortunately, like I've mentioned already, that Japan, the first one, Minamo, whatever his name is, I think you cannot have this kind of attitude to go and take that penalty. I mean, that was shocking. Okay, fair enough if you miss it, but not slow as well. The way he went to take that, he was very, very, very slow. And clearly, I knew, like I said already, the first two Japan penalties, I knew that they was going to miss it. Let me just quickly share my screen in here. Just quickly share my screen right now with you guys. So we're kind of gonna go through, and I will put up the stats as well. Lemmy Fromberg says, nice game. Japan can be proud of themselves, but we have to say bad penalties. Very true. Like I said, I mean, I think they did amazing, amazing World Cup. Finished top of the group, and basically they knocked out German, and then Croatia, taking Croatia all the way to penalties. Like I said, penalties is always, there's always luck, it's like a lottery. But like you mentioned, it was bad penalties. Really, really bad and shocking. You cannot have this kind of attitude when you go and take a penalty shootout. It was shocking to see. Okay, at least they tried hard, and they didn't, especially the first two, they didn't take it hard. They didn't, it was like they wasn't even take serious. But anyways, is where it is. Croatia is through once again. Let me just quickly double check, because I am pretty sure that Croatia in the last World Cup, Croatia just loves going on extra time. Absolutely loves going on extra time. And I'm telling you now, right? Brazil, Croatia will be facing between Brazil or South Korea. Still have to play tonight. Brazil is the biggest favourite, but I can see Croatia giving a tough game to Brazil for sure. There's a lot of players that, like Madrid, Perisic, a lot of players that have played in big tournaments, have won everything, have played in the biggest clubs in the world. I mean, it's going to be very tough, and I don't think it's going to be any easy for Brazil. But let's see how Brazil gets on tonight. And Coach Corner says, yes, big up to you, my brother. Really appreciate the support. And I've got 70 people watching me right now. Really appreciate if you're new to the channel, could subscribe to the channel. That massively helps. Let me just quickly share my screen right now for you, amazing people. Let me just go back. As you can see in here, you see the stats and stuff. Shame I can't really go to first half and second half. But look, says everything, right? It was a tough game. Overall, like I said, the draw was a fair result because both had their chances. And yeah, like this game could have gone easily, could have gone even way. But as you can see in here, that's probably better. Yeah, you probably see better now. Let me zoom a little bit more, just one more, and then I'm going to look ahead as well. Let me see if Neymar is going to start for Brazil tonight. He might actually do start for Brazil tonight because he's back from injury, and Brazil really needs Neymar back. But look, going through the game, like I said, as you can see, the stats in here means nothing. Croatia had more the possession. You probably expect, because Japan loves playing in a counter-attack. That's how they've been doing basically in the group stage. That's how they did against Spain and German. And also, this was actually the first time that Japan was 1-0 up in this World Cup. So there was 1-0 down against Spain, 1-0 down. They lost 1-0 against Costa Rica. There was 1-0, also 1-0 down against German. They managed to come back against Spain, and they managed to come back against German. But today was actually the first time that Japan was 1-0 up. And, after Japan went 1-0 up, right, first half, and I thought, Japan looked well organized. They showed that they can be a tough team to be. as we saw in the group stage. But then that header completely changed everything, changing the way that, yeah, it was a great header from Perisic, and also you clearly saw Japan slow down a little bit, and they were still trying to play counter-attack. But after 1-0 up, I thought, first time in this World Cup, Japan actually went up 1-0 up, and I thought they will hold, and they will probably try to, kill Croatia in a counter-attack. But it wasn't like that. Fair play to Croatia. Some of the changes that Croatia manager made changed the game as well. Croatia was having, especially in the last 20 minutes of the game, Croatia had the game under control. And then, like I said, extra time, we knew at that extra time, after the first 5-10 minutes after the extra time, we knew that this game, there was only one way to go: penalty shootout. 100%. I could not see anything else from this game. And sorry, people. Let's just try and do something to see if I can actually see on my screen. Yes, it's better so everyone can see. Let me see what Lemmy from Hamburg says. He says, to be fair, I would give Japan more chance against Brazil if they win than Croatia because of their work rate. Croatia can outplay Brazil. Yeah, I will say I have to agree with you on that as well. This is what I said before the World Cup start. I said that I really, really rate Japanese players. I think Japanese footballers is that kind of players that you would love to have in your club, right? Their work rate is unbelievable. They work their ass off, and Japanese players also is that kind of player that they would never mind what position they will play. They can play. Basically, they will always do the job. Doesn't matter wherever they will play, they will always do the job. And yeah, I think overall it was a good World Cup for them. But of course, when you go to penalties, come on, let's be honest, penalties, anything can happen. It's like a lottery. Penalties is like, it doesn't matter if it's Brazil against South Korea, it doesn't matter who, the worst team in the world against the best team in the world. When it goes to penalties, we know that is a lottery. Anything can happen. And like you mentioned already today, saying that it was bad penalties for Japan. Clearly, it was really, really bad. I cannot believe, I praise so much Japanese players. I absolutely love them. I expect them to have a better attitude to go and take that penalties. I mean, it was just shocking to watch, especially the first one. What's his name? He used to play for Liverpool. Is at Monaco now. Minamino. Yes, that penalty from Minamino. Even the penalty from Mitoma. I mean, I thought, come on, at least have a different attitude. Get a ball, show that you want to score, try to make the keeper to be scared, not going with that attitude. And that was just shocking. I had the feeling after Japan missed the first penalty, I was like, look, that's it, this is going to be over. And second one, I knew they missed, and the third one as well, I knew they missed it. And like I said, fair play to Croatia. Let me just have a look. Let me go in here. Big up, brother. Keep up the good work, my friend. Chelsea fan. Really appreciate. And as always, really appreciate all the support, my man, and big up to you as well. Let me just see quickly in here, as I was mentioned with Croatia. Croatia lost to go on extra time, right? So back in 2018, because I'm pretty sure they had at least 3 extra time. I think they went to 3 extra time in the last World Cup. Let me just quickly double check. And also in the Euros as well, they just love going to extra time. So yeah, last World Cup, right? Croatia in a run of 16, they went extra time and penalties against Denmark. Quarterfinal, they went all the way extra time and penalties as well against Russia. This was in the World Cup 2018 in Russia. And then semi-final against England. They went as well extra time, and they beat England 2-1 on extra time. They absolutely love going on extra time. And also going back to Euros as well, and even before the previous World Cup in '98 and stuff, they just love going extra time. And let me see in the last Euros as well that Croatia. Right, Right, let me just double check, see if it comes up. But never mind. Like I said, Croatia just loves the extra time. Last World Cup, they went to extra time 3 times. And I've gone here, Anna Kanik says, I don't know what she just put in the face. She probably is sad because Japan lost, unfortunately. Like I said, I would love to see Japan qualify for the quarterfinal, but you cannot have that kind of attitude when you go and take a penalty shootout. And that, especially that first one from an ex-Liverpool player who plays for Monaco now, Minamino. I mean, you cannot have that attitude. Even Mituma and the last one, Iozida as well. I mean, it was shocking to see. I expect them to at least try hard to score the penalty, not having that attitude, but expecting to be a great game in quarterfinal between Croatia. Let's see. Can you guys see South Korea surprise Brazil today? I don't know. I don't think so. And by the way, let me just quickly look if Neymar is actually back because the lineup should be on right now. And now the lineup, yes, lineup is back now, and Neymar is back in the team. So yeah, Neymar is back for Brazil tonight. Unfortunately, I know that South Korea beat Portugal, but Portugal really, they was already through, basically guaranteed top of the group, and they had quite a few changes. But I cannot see South Korea beating Brazil. But who knows? Well, hey, anything can happen in football. And but Neymar is back. Neymar is so important. Brazil is good without Neymar, but without Neymar, they are very, very good. Neymar creates everything for Brazil, plus having so many attacking players. And actually, Brazil is playing with, right, everyone. I'm going to share my screen in a minute. We're going to go through the lineup between South Korea and Brazil. But let me just quickly give 5 minutes my thoughts on the Japan and Croatia. So far, Croatia haven't lost a game in this World Cup, right? They drew their first game against Morocco 0-0. They beat Canada in the second game 4-1. That was a good game to watch. I actually watched that game. And then their last game in the group stage, they need a draw to qualify. They qualify second and they draw to Belgium and they knocked out Belgium in a group. So it wasn't, to be honest, it wasn't an amazing group, amazing performance by Croatia in that group. But look, they did the job. They haven't lost a game. And like I said, they drew 2-1 against Canada, and they went through as a second. So, and then they faced Japan. Japan had an amazing surprise everyone group stage. They beat Japan and Germany, two big nation. Like I said, with Australia when they got beat by Argentina, I think I'm gonna say the same thing as Japan. As Japan people, I think Japanese people should definitely be proud of Japan. Like what they achieved, what they did was unbelievable. When it comes to penalty shootout, we know it's a lottery, anything can happen. Unfortunately, it was sad after seeing Japan, beating Spain, beating Germany, finished top of the group. Let's not forget that Japan finished top of the group. And then come to this game against Croatia, you managed to get a draw. You had a chance to win, and I thought the draw was a fair result. At the end, I think both teams just did enough to deserve a draw. But then penalty shootout is like a lottery. It would be amazing. It would be probably the biggest achievement in Japan history if they would have reached, the quarterfinal. After beating Germany and Spain, if they would have beat Croatia today on penalties, they would have reached the quarterfinal, and that would be for me clearly, and for all the Japanese people, would have been the biggest achievement in their history. It's just absolutely amazing. But look, there's only one winner. At the end of the day, in football, look, in this World Cup, there's only going to be one winner. You know, that's we celebrate, but there's only going to be one winner. Lemmy Frommenberg says if Brazil go out tonight, that will be one of the biggest surprise. I think if Brazil goes out tonight, I will say that will definitely be the biggest surprise because Brazil clearly is the biggest favorite in this World Cup. Everyone rates Brazil. Everyone thinks Brazil is going to win. And like I just mentioned, I just checked the lineup. Neymar is back. You know, Neymar was out against Switzerland. They struggle. Neymar was out against Cameroon, and you clearly saw that first game with Neymar. You know, he's Brazil is a different team with Neymar. It's a different gravy, and you clearly can tell that with Neymar back tonight. I don't think South Korea has that much hope to be Brazil. But look, we've seen a lot of surprise. We've seen German, we've seen Belgium, we've seen Uruguay, we've seen Denmark. You know, we might see a surprise tonight. Who knows? And also, Dean says, "Big up to you." Then he says, "Japan, he's win." And it's shame, you know. I've got 47 people watching me right now. I really appreciate the support. If you guys new to the channel, please subscribe, and I can't thank you enough for the support. And also make sure you smash the like on this video. But Dean says Japan, he's win. I'm not sure what Dean is trying to say, but big up to you, my man. Look, like I said, I think overall the draw was a fair result. And when it comes to penalty, look, my friend, anyone can win in on penalties. Anyone, absolutely anyone. Like I've mentioned already, could have been the worst team in the world against the best team in the world. When it comes to penalty shootout, anything can happen. Hopefully we see another penalty shootout tonight. You know, South Korea, can South Korea hold Brazil? Can South Korea hold Neymar, Paqueta, Vinicius Junior, Richarlison? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, but let's wait and see. Onto the ball. Big up to you, my man. He says Dejan Lovren still playing. You know, he had a good game. He's still playing. You know, he's still playing. He used to play for Liverpool, centre back. He's still playing. When you actually look at his Croatian side, right? I'm gonna actually share the lineup as well in here, just quickly for you guys, and because I'm actually enjoying this stream, and I've got so many people watching me, and I really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. That really helps, and I can't appreciate you guys enough. So let me try and see the lineup today. Lineup with Croatia, right? We've seen players that have done it over and over and over. So Croatia lineup, as onto the ball just mentioned about Lovren, he used to play for Liverpool, right? Like Lovren have done it, you know, play, you know, at Liverpool before, World Cups, Europeans. You got Luka Modric, still 37 years old, but this guy is just like an old wine. The older he gets, the better he gets. I did not agree with the Croatian manager taking Kovacevic and also taking Modric off in extra time. Because I thought, you know, now, you know, a lot of people is going to say, yeah, the manager did make the right decision taking them off just because they won on penalties. But I guarantee you that if Croatia would have lost today on penalties against Japan, Croatia manager would have been criticized just because he took Kovacevic and Modric off. Why he took this kind of players like Perisic and stuff, why he took these guys when he knew the game most likely was going to penalties. I mean, these guys, you know, play in the biggest club in the world, have done this kind of games over and over. Like I've mentioned, in the last World Cup, yeah, Croatia in a run of 16, they went all the way to penalty shootout against Denmark. Quarterfinal, they went all the way to penalty shootout against Russia, and on a semi-final they beat England on extra time. So I did not agree with Croatian manager taking Modric, Kovacevic, Perisic, taking. I know these guys are old, the age, they're tired, but come on, let's be honest. You know, this kind of players, is the ones you want to have to take the penalty shootout. So I mean, let me see in here, and I got another comment in here says, unfortunately, I'm sorry. Look, I've got 48 people watching me right now. I really appreciate if you could smash the like, and also if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, support the channel, and I really appreciate. Unfortunately, I do not understand what this means, but big up to you. Really appreciate the support. And Lemmy from Hamburg says, Kovacic is not a penalty taker, Modric is. Yeah, I mean, Kovacic may not be a penalty taker, but what I'm trying to say is that, you know, these kind of players, they're not, you know, they're not, they always feel the pressure to play in a high and important games, right? And I did not agree with the Croatian manager taking these guys off. And special Modric, yeah, I mean, you're making a good point, yeah. Kovacic is not a penalty taker, but Modric is. What would you take Modric off? I did not get that. And I've got 52 people watching me right now. I really appreciate if you could smash the like and subscribe to the channel. But and also Perisic, I thought Perisic had a good game. That header was, what a header, but the cross as well was beautiful. And I thought the keeper should have done it better. I know it was from distance, like Perisic's header was from distance, you know, it was nearly outside the box, but you know, I think the keeper jumped it too late. That's why the keeper didn't save that. But still, an amazing head. I thought that was probably the best head I've seen in this World Cup so far. And also, onto the wall says, "Smash them likes, my people. Yes, please. Really appreciate." And he says, 47 people watching, only 12 likes. Come on, people, come on, please support the channel, smash the like and subscribe to the channel. And he says 47, but he's actually 53 right now watching me. And I've got another one in here says, Ranga, big up to you, really appreciate the support. Says I mean, yes, like I said, 54 people watching me right now is crazy numbers. Really appreciate the support. But I want you guys to let me know. Let me know what was your thoughts about the game, right? Was the draw, you know, a fair result for both teams? 61 people watching me now is just too many. Really appreciate the support. But please let me know. So let me just go in here. Ranga says, now, what do you mean, my friend? Do you not think the draw was a fair result, or who do you think should have won today between Croatia and Japan? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. I'm gonna go through, definitely 100%. I will go through in the chat. I said already the draw was a fair result today, and when it goes to penalty, anyone can win it. But yeah, the draw, I think both teams had the chances, and yeah, the draw was a fair result. Let me just quickly, 56 people still watching me. I really appreciate the support. Come on, people, smash them likes, smash the subscribe. Come on, and I want to hear your thoughts. Come on, let me know what was your thoughts about the game, and come on, people. 64 people again, 71 people watching me. Come on, where's the likes? Where's the subscribes? Come on, people. Please be nice and subscribe and smash the like on this video. Really appreciate it. But yeah, and going into, let me just quickly change to Japan lineup as well. Typical, you know, good lineup. You know, I think like Japan today, what you're saying, what you doing. I don't know what you're trying to say, my brother, but let me know what was your thoughts about the game. Was a draw a fair result or no? Just let me know. I want to hear you guys. But let me just quickly go through Japan lineup today. You know, like I said, Japan is well organized sides. You know, they did amazing this World Cup. Today, I thought, you know, that first half, they blocked Croatia. You know, Croatia had a very good chance, you know, but that was come from a few mistakes that from the Japanese players. But overall, Japan in this World Cup, they looked good. They looked well organized, a tough team to beat. You know, Spain and Germany will tell you that. Even Croatia today, Croatia knew that they had to run today. Croatia knew they had to work their ass off to beat Japan, and they couldn't. it's not easy to beat a side like Japan. They will work, through the 19 minutes. And I've got in here, big up to you, a sad face from Japan. Unfortunately, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm sad too. I am, because I would love to see Japan to go through. I absolutely would love. I actually bought a Japan, jersey for this World Cup. It hasn't arrived yet for some reason. I've been having troubles with the delivery, but I actually bought a Japan jersey for this World Cup. And yeah, it's sad. Like I said, I would love to see Japan reach, you know, the quarterfinal. That would have been the biggest achievement in their history. World Cup quarterfinal, after finish top of the group and beat Spain and Germany, beat two nations that have won World Cups, have played a World Cup many times, and. After Japan finished top of that group today against Croatia, a lot of people thought Japan could have done. I thought as well, especially when Japan went one nil up today. I thought, because Japan looked well organized in this World Cup. After Japan 1-0 up that first half, I thought, but that second half, clearly, like I've mentioned, the header from Perisic completely changed the game. So I've got 67 people watching me right now. Really appreciate if you could smash the like on this video, and if you're new to the channel, really appreciate if you could subscribe. And I've got in here, Ranga says, he's showing a face, and big up to you, thumbs up. I've got 73 people watching me right now. I really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel if you're new. Going here, my man, big up to you. Frankly Camp says, hello my guy, wasn't able to watch the game, but Japan should be proud of what they've done in this World Cup. My man, I could not agree anymore with you. Exactly the same what I've just said. The same with Lemmy from Hamburg said as well, that a few people in the chat actually said that Japan should be proud what they did in this World Cup, and they should. Who thought that Japan would have made it, through in that group? Come on, let's be honest in here that Japan, they faced German. It's not the same German that we're used to, but Spain. And remember, like, this game against Croatia, Japan today was actually the first time that Japan was up. Right, they went 1-0 up in this World Cup, because there was 1-0 down against Spain, they come back, 1-0 down against Germany, they come back, and they lost 1-0 to Costa Rica. But today, when they actually went 1-0 up, I actually thought Japan was going to do it. They was, because they're a tough team to beat. When they like today, they looked well organized, defending well again. At times normal, they're making a few mistakes, but that Perisic header completely changed. I thought that was the key moment of the game, just because that was the moment where Croatia basically unblocked Japan. I know that the game still stayed 1-1, went to extra time and penalty. Like I've mentioned already, penalty shootout, anything can happen. It's like a lottery. But if you did not watch the game, I'm sure a lot of people that is watching the stream watch the game. The attitude of some of the Japanese player that missed, especially that first one from the ex-Liverpool player who plays for Monaco right now, Minamino, you cannot have that attitude. And I'm telling you now, if me as a Japanese manager, if I was a Japanese manager, I would not let these guys take a penalty again. Just because I did not like to see the attitude. At least they did not try hard. At least they tried hard. And also, Lemmy from Hamburg says, I think it was a fair draw, an interesting game. Bad penalties from Japan in the end. Absolutely agree with you, my man. And good goalkeeping from the Croatia goalkeeper. Yes, I mean, the penalties was really bad. So poor from the Japanese player. The draw, yes, 100%. Like I said, as you can see in here, the stats on this game, right? I put up. You clearly, like I've mentioned this a few times, right? I do not like going through stats. For me, stats means nothing. But I actually watched the game, and the stats in here basically says it was a tough game and a draw was a fair result. So I've got in here, my man, big up to you for the score, says it was a bad feeling when it went to penalties. Remind me of 12 years ago. We don't have the mentality. Yes. You know, like I've mentioned already, after Japan missed that first penalty, I swear I knew that, you know, Japan was over. The attitude from Minamino is not the attitude of a high level playing in a big tournament like a World Cup, you know, the biggest tournament in the world, to have this kind of attitude to go and take a penalty. Even the second one, it was very, very poor from Mituma. There was it's just the way they went and they put the ball in there, ready to take the penalty. Their attitude, you could tell straight away they was going to miss. I actually was in here live, yeah, for the first for after the second Japan penalty, and I knew. I said they're gonna miss it. I just had the feeling they was going to miss that kind of attitude. We cannot have, you know, players like this taking this kind of penalty shooter. But like my man in here, frankly, can say, Lemmy from Hamburg, and few of the other guys in the live chat said that Japan should be proud of themselves because what they did for me, they already achieved something in this World Cup. Finished top of the group and beating Spain and beating German. I think that is absolutely brilliant what they did. Japan tried, big up to you, my man. Clement says Japan try, big up. I mean, yeah, they try. Like I said, you know, they should be proud of themselves. But people, I am gonna move on to for the next probably 10 minutes. I still go. It might sound a bit weird, but I still got 63 people watching me right after 42 minutes. Crazy numbers, and I really appreciate you guys. Know that I really appreciate all the support. And yeah, I'm sad. I would love to see between Japan and Croatia. You know, I don't support any of these nations, but of course, I always support in Japan, right? I love Japanese people. I actually have quite a few friends that they're from Japan, and they are amazing people. You know, it would just they love the game as well. They love football. I know it would be amazing to see them reach in the quarterfinal. It would just be after beating Spain and German, finish top of the group, seeing Japan, you know, reaching the quarterfinal. Not only me, let's be honest, that everyone that is watching this live stream that is not Japanese or doesn't support Japan, I'm pretty sure you know you guys would love to see Japan reach the quarterfinal. But big up to everyone, my people, and yeah, like I said in here, through the stats, you could tell it was a tough game for both, you know, and the draw was a fair result for both. And penalty shootout is just anything can happen. And let me just quickly just go in here. Right, of course, some in here after the match. Let me just go and read for you guys. Says Croatia have progressed from all three of their appearances in the round of 16 at the World Cup, winning on penalties in each of the last two, also against Denmark in 2018. I've mentioned this already because in the last World Cup, yeah, Croatia beat Denmark in a round of 16 after penalty shootout. They also beat Russia after the penalty shootout as well in a quarterfinal, and they beat England in extra time in the last World Cup in the semi-final. So it also says in here, Croatia have won all three of their World Cup penalty shootout, also versus Denmark, I just mentioned, while the team going second has won the last 7 penalty shootout of the World Cup. Japan have been eliminated from all 4 of their round of 16 at the World Cup, 2 draw and 2 loss, while they have lost both of their penalty shootout in the competition, also versus Paraguay in 2010. So yes, let me see. I've got another comment here. Says Japan still the best team in the world. Fair play to you. And they did amazing, absolutely amazing. Like a lot of people say, they should be proud of themselves. And but big up to you. Really appreciate the support. People, make sure if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe and also smash the like on this video. And I really, really appreciate. And like I said, let me just quickly go through this one. Says, still cannot believe we won against not just Germany but also Spain. Yes, look, and you deserve to beat them. You played amazing game against them. Against Costa Rica, don't get me wrong, Japan against Costa Rica, I've watched the game as well. I've watched all the games basically in this World Cup, and Japan was very, very poor after on that game against Costa Rica. I just thought Japan attitude against Costa Rica wasn't the same attitude they had like today or against Spain and Germany. And but that did not make any difference because Japan still finished top of the group. And but fair play to them, absolutely amazing performance in this World Cup. It would be nice to see, definitely, to see Japan for the very first time reach the quarterfinal in a World Cup, right? It would just been amazing. The reason I'm sad, I'm upset, is just because after Japan beat Spain, having that performance against Spain and also against Germany, not get all the way to the quarterfinal. I am just upset because of that. So Lemmy Frommenberg says, you can see from the tears on Japanese players and also from the support and what it means to them. Oh yeah, 100%. I saw, and I still had my telly on. I was already live and I saw, you know, they was all upset. And it was, which game it was? I think it was against, was he against German? Yes. That comeback against German, when I saw the players, you know, everyone in the bench running all the way to the corner side. I mean, unbelievable. What a people as well. It's sad. Look, I would love to see. I am upset because Japan did not go through. It would be amazing to see at least Japan reach all the way to the quarterfinal. And I've got in here, Fabriziano Romano Fake says, why did Japan lose? Their penalty win on goods of football is, their penalty wasn't good. Their penalties were shocking. If you haven't watched, my friend, trust me, their penalty was shocking. I was shocked to see, you know, Japanese player, right? I do rate Japanese player. I absolutely love Japanese player. I said this before the World Cup, and I said, you know, a few of the match reviews I've done already, I say if there's a player in this world that I rate, is Japanese player, because Japanese player, the work rate is always there. They are unbelievable. Yeah, they fight in their spirits. They fight until the end. Is beautiful to watch. But that penalty shootout, it wasn't the attitude that Japanese people, myself, would love to see. It was very, very poor. Some of the guys in here in the live chat already mentioned and said that the attitude that Japan players had when they went to take the penalty. Don't get me wrong, when it goes to penalty, it's like a lottery. Anything can happen, right? It could have been Japan against Brazil or whatever. It could have been Costa Rica against Brazil. You know, on penalties, anything can happen. Anyone can win. It's luck, yeah. I always say, for me, penalties is luck, but you cannot have the attitude, you know, to take penalty shootout. And if you watch, my friend, trust me, that attitude was not nice. Let me see if I can go on my Twitter. I'm pretty sure I can. Hopefully, don't ask me to log in. Let me just quickly share. Let me see if you guys can see it. You guys can know. I'm just going to share some of. Let me just quickly just go on my Twitter, because I will bring up the pictures as well. So let me just quickly go on air, my people, and I will share. Of course, we're gonna see some sad moments in here, but like I said, it's part of football, and at the end of the day, there's only one winner. That's the reality. I mean, in this World Cup, I've mentioned this already. I would love to see, you know, quite a few winners, but at the end of the day, there's only one winner at the end. And Lemmy Frommenberg says, if you beat Spain and Germany, you think you beat Croatia for sure, and that's very disappointing from Japan. Yeah, I mean, I expect Japan, especially when Japan went 1-0 up today. When Japan went 1-0 up today, and I thought, Japan has this in a pocket. Japan's gonna, as usually, work hard. They're not gonna sleep. They're not gonna let this go. They want to make history. They already make history beating Spain. They already make history beating German, and I'm pretty sure they want to make history to reach the quarter final again. But then that Perisic header, it's just like completely changed the game. I cannot even explain. But people, let me just quickly go in here through what we're saying in here. Basically, that is what happened in a game. I will go and I put in here for you guys to see. I'm gonna zoom as well. I want you guys to clearly see as I'm seeing as well, and I'm gonna share the screen as well, show a few of the moments as well in here. Right. Yeah, that's better. It's even nicer like that for everyone to see in the chat, because I've got so many people watching me. I am supposed to go and get ready to watch Brazil against South Korea, but how am I supposed to go and get ready to watch Brazil and South Korea where I have still 47 people watching me? Everyone in the live chat, has been asking me questions, has been giving their thoughts. This is what I love to see. I stay in here for another 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. The Brazil game will be on my telly, and but let me just go in here. Like I said, the draw was a fair result. So in here it says, both teams start the game with a lot of energy, but as the minutes ticked by, Croatia began to control the game, normal and typical, and which was very slow. Perisic had Croatia best chance of the half. Yes, good chance. That wasn't a really good shot. The keeper made a good save, um, but could not be gone that. Yeah, that was a good save from him. From wherever Tomizaki, yeah, that was a mistake. He tried to pass the ball back to the goalkeeper. Japan found some momentum at the end of the half and made the count after Maeda scored his first goal of the tournament. And then, basically is what says in here. That's what I went through. And let me try and share my Twitter with you guys. We're gonna see some moments in here. Yeah, so in here you go the celebrate from Croatia. I'm just gonna share my screen with you guys right now, and right, let me just stop sharing my screen on this one. Stop sharing. Gonna go in here, people, and I'm gonna start sharing. I am gonna go through some of the pictures, some moments of the game, my people. That's why I am gonna share my screen with my Twitter quickly, and I haven't even had time to go on Twitter. Right, so as you can see in here, I'm gonna zoom as well, so it makes it better for everyone to see. Celebrate from all the Croatians in here. As you can see, my people, you can see in here. Is that better? Right, that's better, right? So let me just go through in a live chat quickly. It says, if game went to penalty, will Alisson be son for Anderson? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if let me actually check if Alisson is going to start for Brazil. Yeah, Alisson is going to start for Brazil. Sorry, if this game goes, I don't think it will go, but who knows? You never know. If Brazil against South Korea goes all the way to penalties, I don't think Tite, the Brazil manager, will sub Alisson for Henderson because they're both good. Brazil is so lucky to have two, top world class goalkeepers. But people, let's see this here. As you can see the pitch in here, you see in all the smile face from Croatia. Fair play to them, and also tough team to beat. Like I said, they haven't lost a game yet in this World Cup, and always a tough team to beat, right? That was one of the saves from Croatia goalkeeper, and so as you can see in here, of course, is a heartbreaking, from Japan after, come on, what a group stage they had. Absolutely. Look, how sad it is to see this. Even myself, right? This is a picture from, as you can see in here, this is a picture from 2018 and today against Croatia. So upset to see this. Absolutely. He is very, very sad. Seeing Madrid happy, celebrate with his children. This is beautiful to watch. Absolutely. 37 years old. This guy still plays football like, he is 20. What a player. Definitely one of the best midfields of our generation. Croatia goalkeeper, man of the match. Dominik Livakovic won man of the match, the hero for Croatia on a penalty shootout against Japan. Saved two of them, and I think he saved two of them. I can't even remember now. And as you can see in here, still pictures of celebrating, all the Croatian. And yeah, I mean, now they're bringing on the Brazil, and this pitch in here, this is sad to see. This is very, very, very sad. Alisson is clear, also great goalkeeper for Liverpool on penalties. Yeah, between Alisson or Henderson, the one plays for Manchester City, I always prefer Alisson. I think Alisson is better goalkeeper than Henderson for sure. And this pitch in here from Japan, Croatia is sad. This is sad to see. There's more, but I don't really want to bring out because I've got a lot of Japanese people was watching the stream, and it's sad, of course. But like I said, this is part of football. There's gonna be at the end. There's only one winner, and this pitch in here, that penalty from, I think that was the last penalty, from Izida. I mean, that was shocking. Mayan Izida, that penalty, I did not like that penalty. But as you can see, this was the picture. This is the picture that, oh, I can't really put too much on my screen, otherwise I get in trouble, people. I get in trouble. I get in trouble. But, people, I will be going, and I still got 34 people watching me. Really appreciate the support and the love from everyone. As always, I can't thank you guys enough. And Football Ferreira will be going, and I will be back straight after the Brazil and South Korea. Let's hope for a surprise, but can you actually see a surprise? I doubt it that we're gonna see a surprise, but you never know. Anything can happen in football. Big up to everyone that watched this stream and support the channel. Can't thank you enough. God bless you all. And, my feelings goes to all the Japanese people. Amazing people. Unfortunately, it's a sad day as a nation, but I am pretty sure that Japan will be back, and we're gonna see Japan having a good World Cup in 2026. Lemmy from Burg says, let's all watch the Brazil game now, talk later. Yes, my man, thank you. And I definitely will be back. Football Forever will be back later. And I cannot thank everyone for the support. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you.